want to talk about how much whiskey I just got on my blazer. Everybody, thanks for joining us here on another After Hours episode. We just wrapped up the show, Weekly Whiskey, on Tuesday night. We're going to do a little recording here in the studio after hours now. Jay, how are you, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good. It's great to be here.
I am excited to talk about something that I've been excited to talk about for like the last 3 fucking weeks.
I bet
and
you are.
That is St. Patty's Day. For no great reason other than I live in New England and just enjoy the hell out of St. Patty's. I am super pumped for the cocktails, the atmosphere, and all the green bullshit. And I know it's stupid, but I love it.
No, man, it's cool. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, St. Patty's in 2020 was the first holiday that COVID took from us. So I'm ready to get it back. Like, it's kind of, we're not quite there yet. Next year's going to be just a banger of a holiday, but I'm still pumped about this one. I think it's going to be great.
Totally, man. So what do you say we talk about maybe some traditions, whether they're good or bad, things that you do and don't love about St. Patty's, and maybe we can do a little pre-Patty's look at what it is you're going to get into on St. Patty's, or maybe just something that you're excited about talking about for this holiday season here.
Totally. I love that idea. I think we should definitely run right to the patent office after this with pre-Patty's Day. This is a
deal.
After Hours pre-Patty's edition. But yeah, I'm stoked. As someone entirely of German descent that has no ties to Ireland whatsoever, my favorite tie to the holiday is pure drinking, as are many people. I got a couple bottles I'm looking forward to. I'm actually going to try corned beef for the first time ever. I just bought it out.
First time?
Well, I mean, like, I've had it, but I've always just gone out and had it, right? Like, and last year I just didn't have the pair to make it myself. We did,
everything.
We were kind of just like, the world is new and different and scary, and like we had a nice meal, but this year, like, I am nailing corned beef and cabbage, so I picked out a couple pours with that, and I'm curious, what do you got going on?
Oh man, I'm still basically gobsmacked by the fact that you just can't. Oh man, it's killing me. I feel
like
you
roast
been eating
beef.
this whole life. No, it's not the same.
I know it's not.
Oh man. Well, I'm excited for you. I think this is going to be a great experience. Don't be too afraid to throw a couple of spuds in the mix there as you're making your boiled dinner. But I mean, overall, I think it's going to be a really good experience for you to do that. Alongside it, you might do well with a stout, actually, and then a dessert pour of some delicious Irish whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I make no bones about it. Like, I like Irish whiskey. I like it quite a bit, actually, but I do feel like it can present itself as very simple, very grain forward.
Yep.
And it doesn't always do a great job of showing off the subtle nuance and the great, lightly sweet flavors it can bring. So as you can see behind me here, I've got a bottle of Jameson, which is, it's just a staple, especially in New England. Like, if you go someplace, you can get Jameson. It's always there. It's a very, very solid standby. And while it's not particularly exciting or amazing, it's always there. And next to that, you can see that I've got some Guinness stacked up. We know where I'm going with these things. There will be some Irish cream involved. And I'm really not afraid to admit that I love making those milkshake-esque drinks every St. Patty's. But I think that you could do probably a step better than just your standard Jameson offering if you're going to be pairing it with your very first homemade corned beef experience. So let's talk about what you're going to get into.
Yeah, so I've made an attempt to swing for the fences. I too, in previous years, like, I don't know, there's some Irish whiskeys that I really love. Like, there's some stuff out of Cooley, some Redbreast barrels, some Teeling single casks that have been awesome. But on the whole, Irish whiskey, I'm sad to admit, hasn't been the most exciting genre of whiskey for me. So I kind of put my money where my mouth was and thought, if I'm gonna cook all this food and we're still gonna be home, I'm gonna have a good time. So I picked up 2 things that I'm really interested in, and I kind of splurged a little bit. I've got the Redbreast 15 year, which I'm really curious about, because I like the 12. I really like the Cask Strength. They have a new special edition of the Cask Strength coming out now. That's a small batch, which I'm very curious about. So I'll write about that for Raiders coming up soon. I haven't gotten into it yet. That's probably going to be a Patty's night pour. And honestly, like, all reliable. Every time I come back to this is the base offering from Teeling. It's so fucking solid. Like, it is
Yeah, it is.
incredible to me how much, and that's kind of my gripe. Like, Irish whiskey, like, you have all the tools to give me like the most flavorful whiskey there is, and a lot of them come out really bland. And Teeling is not that for me. Teeling just has everything going for it. So those are my two. And I don't know, we've got some upcoming. You know, we've got a nice weekly whiskey next week. We got some crazy bottles to pull up. Like, these are the two I am stoked to shoot my shot, make a great meal, have a couple of pours, and we'll see how they go. I'm drinking a little bit of the 15 here and there. I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm really curious to see how it pairs.
A little bit.
Yeah. And like, I haven't had corned beef in a long time, so like, I'm looking forward to, you know, cooking it up for a night, just having a couple nice pours with the food. But I'm curious, what are you planning to drink there?
Well, I mean, I'm no shit gonna pour some of this Jameson with some Irish cream into some Guinness and slug it like a milkshake. Aside from that, there's definitely going to be some Redbreast. I don't know. Do we want to go full reveal on that? I mean, so this will be sort of your teaser into next week's weekly whiskey episode, where Jason from the Mash and Drum is going to join us, and we're going to be sipping a little bit of the Redbreast 27.
Yeah,
which is
that's a big one.
Something I'm excited to talk about because it is good, to put it simply.
That was the great like TLDR. Like, this is, yeah, it's good. I'm pumped. I've had it. We've got a review up, but it's one of those pours that like it needs something for me to open it up. Like, most Tuesdays, I'm like, well, you know, let's just hop over to the Redbreast 27. You know, that doesn't happen.
No, it's just too goddamn expensive for that. I mean, and it's a great expression of Irish whiskey. I really like it.
Yeah.
Man, I wish it came in like 3-gallon jugs for the price though, but holy shit. It'll be a good way to, like you said, I mean, Patty's was the first holiday yanked from our grasp last year.
And man, so what a great holiday it is, like, to go out and
be able to come back around to that with a port of Redbreast 27, or if you're lucky enough to be in a spot where you could get your hands on the blue spot that just came out. The spot whiskeys are really great. Even the green spot, the yellow spot's really, really good. Red spot, if you see that pop up, grab that too. I like all of those quite a bit. The Teeling, like you said, is a really good, super available offering too. So I've dabbled a little bit with some of the Jameson Cask Mates and some of their other finished stuff. It's not really crazy. Honestly, I would love to get my hands on a Jameson 18 Bow Street. I'm still trying to find
that's
one of
right.
those.
You've been trying to land that plane for kind of a while.
Yeah, well,
it's elusive.
I didn't do it last year when I should have, because I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm not really that worried about it. And now here I am that worried about it and having a real hell of a time getting my hands on it. But man. The Jameson 18 Bow Street, if you can try it, do. And I would say you could do a lot of damage with the Redbreast 15, some Teeling, maybe a blue spot if you get your hands on one. I think you could do some pretty good stuff in a category that can be somewhat underwhelming.
Yeah, it's like, it's never bad. It's just maybe not the most complex thing. Like, that's always kind of been my
crowd goes mild.
The crowd goes mild while I pay top dollar. That's what kills me.
Yep. Yeah.
The crowd goes mild at not crowd goes mild prices, and that's what.
Yeah, you really got to pay to play in the Irish whiskey scene, and sometimes it just doesn't stack up. The Redbreast Cask 12 though is really nice. I like that a lot, and again, it's a tough one to find, and you do pay for it. I mean, these things come with a handsome price tag, but you know, if you're the casual Irish whiskey drinker who's going to have it once a year, I don't think you could do. I don't think you could do too bad getting yourself into a nicely appointed bottle.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'm super pumped. Like, this 15, drinking really nicely. The Teeling, I'll crack with the corned beef and cabbage, but it'll be fun. I think you know, it's kind of especially in this time, like St. Patrick's is kind of a season. It's like 2 weeks long for us almost. Like, you know, it's next Wednesday.
Totally a season here.
But like I'm already thinking about it. Like, I'm already like, man, I know what I'm cooking. I know what I'm drinking. I know what we're doing on Tuesday. We talked a little bit about next week's after hours. Like, I'm looking forward to it because it also, to me, especially out of the hard Wisconsin winter, like St. Patty's is the first like kind of inkling that like, hey, spring might be here soon, and that's just like worth celebrating in its own way.
That's right. We need a party, damn it, and let's have one.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about you, John. I'm loving this Redbreast so far, but I'm not going to drink too much of it. Should we wrap on up?
Yeah, man, save some of that for St. Patty's. I think it'll do you some good. And, everybody who's checking this out now, remember to join us Tuesday night. We will be joined by Jason from the Mash and Drum. We'll talk about Irish whiskey. We'll be sipping something good, and we'll have a good time. So we'll see you Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Jay, why don't you go ahead and take us home?
Yeah, totally. So if you're looking more from John, he's at the Bourbon Finder. He's on Instagram. He's on Twitter as Finder Bourbon, and he is online at the bourbonfinder.com. Lots of great articles, great head-to-heads. He's hit on some of the recent Elijah Craig barrel proof that you will not want to miss. I'm Jay from Whiskey Raiders, whiskyraiders.com. Primarily, we are the Rotten Tomatoes of whiskey. We are covering everything from reviews, articles, opinions, and we are on Instagram as well. We're super looking forward to hearing from Mash next Tuesday. That's going to be a live stream you don't want to miss. And we'll be back here on Whiskey Weekly Whiskey. So drop on by. We'll have a great time. We've got some real rare Irish stuff, and we can't wait to see you. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.